Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Salon Chat. Yes, honey, where we give you the tea on what we talk about in the salon. But as you can see, I'm not in the salon today. I haven't been in the salon since December. Okay, so I've been recovering, and that is why I am doing this from the house. Anyway, I have missed you all, my YouTube family, and I know I did a fun in the kitchen just before I went out on medical leave, but I didn't have a chance to do a salon chat. So I decided, since I'm feeling much better, I've had 2 surgeries, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. But because I want to just tell you that I am feeling much better, and I have missed you guys. I mean, when I tell you I have missed you guys, y'all don't know. I miss doing salon chat with you, and it's only me today. You know, usually I have somebody with me, but it's just me. I think y'all love me enough for it to just be me, right? I hope you do. But anyway, so I'm gonna tell you about my journey a little bit, and I'm sure other women have suffered from it. I know other women have suffered from this. So it's a journey that needs to be talked about. You haven't seen me because I was going back and forth to the doctor with the anticipation of doing my surgeries. Well, one of the surgeries I had was on my hand. And you guys, and I'll put up my pictures of what my hand looked like right after the surgery, and then when they took the stitches out. No, right after the surgery, what my hand looked like, and then when the stitches were still in, and then this is it since it's been healing. Now I had what I had was carpal tunnel release surgery, and I have to have my left hand done as well. But anyway, so because I'm a stylist, and this goes with if you type a lot, if you just overuse your hands, period, and whatever you do, if it's overused, over time you can develop carpal tunnel, and I'm sure many of you know what carpal tunnel is, but some people don't have it really bad. I have it really bad, where of course I had to get surgery, and they did my right hand first, and then I'm gonna get my left hand done. So with that, it was so painful that I had no other choice but to have surgery. I had been getting shots right there on both wrists to alleviate the pain, but that's just a temporary fix, you know? So I did have to have surgery. I mean, when I tell you carpal tunnel, if you have severe carpal tunnel, the pain is so excruciating, and I have a high tolerance for pain, but I would be waking up in the middle of the night crying and just trying to walk off the pain in both my hands. It would be so bad, and you can't get any sleep because the pain goes from your hand, and your hands get numb. They go numb, and the pain goes from all the way in your hand all the way up to your shoulder, and it is just excruciating, and I couldn't take it anymore, so surgery had to be done. But so that was one. So this is what my hand is looking like now, as it's still, it hurts a little bit, but not as bad, so I can use it now, and I'll be able to go back to work and use my hand and everything, because it does feel much better. But it takes 3 to 6 months for it to fully heal. But the doctor says you can go back to work, okay? And actually, they tell you can go back to work 2 weeks after surgery, But anyway, it feels better, but it does. I keep, what I do is I keep it moisturized with Vaseline, because when it dries up, it tends to kind of tighten up a little bit because it's still healing. But the Vaseline helps to keep it hydrated, and so that the skin doesn't tighten up, and it keeps it, nice and soft as well, because it feels a little hard too. But like I said, over time, it gets better, and it does not feel as bad as it did before. So if you have carpal tunnel, guys, let me tell you, don't play with that. You know, if it's mild right now, make sure you get some braces to put on your hands. Or if you have it in both, get both braces. Get braces for both hands. So and you wear them at night while you sleep. And when your condition is mild, the braces do help. And I had that. I did have the braces, but over time, the braces just didn't help anymore either. And when you can, rest your hands. Don't do too much with your hands if you have a mild case of it right now. But when it gets severe, I mean, I'm telling you, it's like there's nothing else you can do. Okay, so that was one thing. So I had that surgery done in January. So that was one thing, and I've been healing from that as well. So my other surgery I had, which I was supposed to have it in December, and then they kept going back and forth with my dates and stuff. But my other surgery I had was a hysterectomy. Now this one is for the ladies, guys. So if you have like fibroids or anything going on with your uterus, and it tends to get really, really bad over time, you may want to opt for that. Now, you don't have to, but you know, like I'm being very candid with you guys. I had fibroids, I had cysts, you know, and so it was just like every month, and not even every month. For me, it was the nonstop, continuously bleeding, and it was nonstop. You're in pain, and I didn't get a break. And then when you think you have a break, all of a sudden you think you're good, and that's why you have to carry something with you all the time. You think you're good, and then out of nowhere you get a gush of blood. Okay, I told you I'm being very candid with you guys. So I had to do something to take care of that. And let me tell you something. I'm 46, about to be 47. So for me, having a hysterectomy was no big deal, because I don't plan on having any more children at this point in my life. Okay, God blessed me with the one, and I'm so grateful to have the one that I have, you know, and that's it. I mean, I feel so much better. You can't even imagine, like, if you are going through this with fibroids or anything else you may be going through, female issue wise. I'm telling you, for me, you know, you choose to do what you want to do, what you feel is best for you. But for me, this hysterectomy has been the best thing, okay? I feel better. I don't feel my back and stuff, and my stomach. I'm not cramping all the time. I'm not bloated. I just feel really, really good. I don't feel as tired, and that's probably because I've been in recovery. I haven't been back to work. I've been out of work since December, so I haven't been back to work. I don't go back to work until March. But it just has been, this has been the best thing. And everybody was telling me, oh my goodness, April, you're gonna feel so much better after you have that surgery. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. And everyone was right. Everyone who has had a hysterectomy and has told me that I will feel better, let me tell you something, they were right. And I'm here to tell you, if you haven't had one and you're contemplating on if that's what you should do again, you make the choice for what you think is best for you. But if you decide to do the hysterectomy, let me tell you something, YouTube family, it is the best thing. You don't have to worry about scheduling around your monthly time to go on vacations. I mean, you just feel so carefree, you know, and it was really affecting my life, you know. And I've had in previous episodes of Salon Chat, I did touch on fibroids briefly with one of my clients who is a nurse, but we didn't get into it as much because she's basically she does the labor and delivery with, us women. She does that. So we didn't really get into all of that, but I'm telling you, if you are suffering from fibroids, cysts, or even if, like, they even told me that they thought they may have seen cervical cancer, which thank God everything was non-malignant, meaning non-cancerous. There's no cancer. So which was why my surgeries had been my surgery had been pushed back a little bit because they needed to do more tests and stuff. But thank God there's no cancer. So, we as women go through so much. And when I tell you, if you are suffering and you don't understand what's going on, and you may not know, like I didn't even know I had fibroids all this time until a few months ago, and that explained everything, And sometimes we need to change doctors, and that's what happened. I had to get a new doctor, and I mean, once I did that, and I hate to say it, well, I don't hate to say it. Let me tell you something. Since I've gotten African American doctor, female doctor, I always get female gynecologists. She has been on it, and the whole team that works with her, they all female gynecologists. My surgeon was a female. Yes, black girl magic. Yes, okay. And they were phenomenal. I can't even tell you, they were phenomenal. And had it not been for them going the extra mile to see, hey, she's complained about this and no one has done anything to see what's going on with her, I probably still would have been suffering, So sometimes we need to change providers so that we can get the answers that we need. For me, changing to a black doctor, female black doctor, was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And you guys know I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, right? So people like to talk about the hospital that I went to, but let me tell y'all something. I had my surgery done at Grady, and yes, it's a little plug for Grady. I had my surgery done at Grady. Let me tell y'all something. Grady is the best hospital. They took care of me from beginning to the end, including the nurses. The nurses went over and beyond what they needed to do. They didn't have to do all that they did, and one nurse in particular who took care of me the whole night while I was in the recovery area, because I was waiting for a room to go to, but because we're still in this COVID thing, all the COVID patients had took up the room, so I never got a room. So the nurse that was in recovery, she took care of me. I mean, when I say she was so attentive, she did everything. I mean, and here I go again, I'm being candid. When I came out of surgery, the anesthesia did not set well with me. So coming out of surgery, I was vomiting the whole time. And I was barely awake, but I kept vomiting. That anesthesia did not do well with me. And this nurse, along with my sister, because my sister came back there to recovery because they allow for one person to come back. So my husband told my sister, you've already been through this, so I know you know what you're doing, so go back there and help your sister. And that was very nice of him, because he didn't have to do that. And matter of fact, she's texting me right now. And so between my sister and this nurse, both of them, every time I was vomiting, they was holding me, they was making sure, trying to just soothe me. The nurse kept trying to get something from the doctors, the medications, the different medications to keep me from vomiting. And she gave me everything that the doctors told me told her to give me. Nothing worked until whatever the last medication was that for nausea that they gave me did work, because the other previous nausea medication was not working. But the last one worked, and she was relentless on making me stop vomiting. She would not let up. She kept calling the doctor. She kept calling the anesthesiologist as well, and trying to get them to, like, hey, I'm worried she's still vomiting. My sister's like, is there something else that can be done? You know, because it was not good coming out of surgery. So that is that little tidbit. And I was in pain. But let me tell you something. So how they did my surgery, again, remember, I'm being very open and honest with you guys. My surgery was less invasive than, they didn't have to cut me, I should say, which was great. So they actually delivered my uterus the way you would deliver a baby, which made me heal better, which is why I think I'm feeling so wonderful. I was in pain for, probably like the first week and a half or so from the inside, because they have to, of course, do what they do to detach the uterus and everything. But, so it hurt to laugh or cough or sneeze or whatever for about a week and a half, but maybe 2 weeks, I would say. Yeah, about 2 weeks. But after that, it was like really, really good. I didn't, the pain went away over time. And I really, because I didn't have to have a cut, I healed better. It was just like I had a baby and I was able to heal well, heal quicker, I should say. And I've been off of my feet. I haven't been doing a lot because even though I went to a post-op 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago now, she said I still need to take it easy because my insides are still healing. So I haven't really been, I've been laying down. Now I did overdo it a little bit the week before, but I've rested up and I'm better now. And I learned, okay, let me listen to what the doctor's saying, not try to be superwoman around here, because you get to feeling good and you think you want to do everything. So anyway, yeah, so they delivered my uterus like I had a baby, so it makes it so much better for the healing. But anyway, I was telling you about this nurse. She was amazing, and so amazing, in fact, that, I had to nominate her for a Daisy Award. And I can't remember her name because she is from, I forget which part of Africa, but so her name, I don't even know how to pronounce it. But she was amazing. And I really do hope she gets that Daisy Award. And my sister was phenomenal with being right there in a recovery with me as well. But yeah, so I wanted to share that with you all. And so also, as I've been recovering, I can't do anything. I haven't been able to do anything but lay in a bed or sit in my chair and, and watch TV and Netflix and Hulu and everything else, stream everything. But I watched about a month or so ago, something on OWN. And I would love if you guys are interested in looking at it. And I would love for you to check it out. Go on demand, because like I said, it came on about a month ago. Go on demand, pull it up. It's on OWN. And it was called Eggs Over Easy. And I thought that documentary was so great because, number one, it talked about everything that I was going through, with the exception of I wasn't trying to have a baby, so I wasn't even thinking about any fertility issues. But it talked about the issues that we as Black women have that most other nationalities think that because we are strong as people of color, they think that we don't have issues like fertility problems, and they think that it's easy for us to just pop out a baby. And sometimes that's not the case. And so this show, Eggs Over Easy, was so good because it talked to couples and even single women who wanted to be parents and were having a hard time getting pregnant, and the process they went through with fertility and doing IVF and in vitro and all kind of things, and taking the hormone shots, and talking about fibroids and how it affected them getting pregnant, because most of these women had fibroids, and that was one of the issues as to why they weren't getting pregnant. And these women weren't women past 35. There may have been a couple, but these were young women. These were women in their 20s and 30s who were trying to have babies with their husbands. And some, wanted to have a baby on their own, were single. And these are young women trying to have a baby that were having fertility issues. So the misconception of, if you see my hair dripping, it's because I just shampooed it. But, the misconception that you being young is easy for you to get pregnant, and that's just not so. And then also some of the women who waited till they were maybe, because there were some older women in their 40s because they wanted to get their career together, as we all do. And of course, as you know, as you get older, the chance of you having a child goes down. And so they spoke about that. But the fact that most of these women have fibroids, and that was an issue, one of the issues as to why they couldn't get pregnant on their own, that shows that fibroids plays a huge role. So check it out. It was really, really good. And, also I think too, speaking of infertility, I'm not a doctor, but stress plays a role in fertility issues and what we eat. And so we need to be mindful of what we're putting in our bodies, and, making sure that we have a good environment to even house a baby, So it was really, really a great documentary. Check it out, pull it up on demand, maybe on one of the, I forget the streaming for with the companies that is under, but check it out, stream it, pull it up on demand. Eggs over easy. And I think you can learn a lot from that. But yeah, that was my experience. And that's why I've been away from you for so long. I hope, you guys got a little bit out of what I told you. I mean, I tried to tell you some things. I didn't tell you everything, but I tried to tell you the important things and why you have not seen me. I don't know if you care or not, but that's why. But I'm back, and I'm stronger, and I'm better. So I look forward to doing more salon chats with you all. And I look forward to getting back to doing fun in the kitchen with you all, because I miss you guys. And I hope you miss me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have questions, leave them in the comment box. I'll get back to you. But that's been my journey. And I just wanted you guys to know. And also share if you like the content that I have. Share. It's always a learning experience in life. And that is why I do Salon Chat, because we talk about so many different things in the salon. And I feel like, hey, this is stuff that everybody needs to know. So again, like, comment, subscribe, and share if you are enjoying the content that I have for you. So for today, that is it. And thank you for watching Salon Chat. Yes, and I'll see you next time. Bye.